Billy, where are you? Me and Anthony were just talking about you, actually. Dude, I think you just gotta put this thing out there. I think you're just overthinking it at this point. I think you've got more than enough to say what it is that you're trying to put out there in a way that people are receptive to and can understand. It's funny that it's like this whole meme now, but I think at the heart of it, like, people really do miss you. These last 8 months, you've definitely grown a lot. Definitely a lot more responsibilities have kind of come across your plate. So a lot's changed that makes it understandable for just kind of like this hiatus. But like, at some point, you gotta actually put it out, you know?
Alright, damn, it's been a while. Let's start right here, back in 2020. So after half a year of being together, the TikTok content house I was a part of disbanded. And it was sad to see this part of my life come to an end. I mean, I spent 6 months of the quarantine with these guys. They were basically the only people I saw for half a year. And as a collective, we accomplished a lot. We worked hard and got a lot of attention.
There's this group of like comedy TikTokers.
I just think it's the funniest house.
What is the story of House Nobody Asked For?
In a world full of creator houses that seem to take themselves too seriously, the house that no one asked for does the opposite.
And with the help of Ogo, we landed brand deals with Chipotle and Tinder. And we also spoke at virtual VidCon. Well, actually, I didn't do that much speaking. Being in the house nobody asked for was definitely a very pivotal part of my life. Like, I made some of the best memories of my life right here, and there's so much significance in the memories and my time here because I also struggled and grew a lot here, and I think we all did. For a lot of us, this was like a huge shift in life. Living and working and quarantining with 8 other people is a lot. This house evolved into something we could have never imagined. Originally, the house was just a couple of 18 to 20-year-olds who were just stuck at home bored because of, you know, the pandemic. So we all pitched in to get an Airbnb for 2 months. We were supposed to end after that, but these first 2 months were so good to all of us. We didn't see anyone for like half a year before we did that. So it was like, wow.
It was like so refreshing, not only being around so many people at once, but also so many people that shared like a common goal.
It was so new and exciting to be in an environment where I could talk about like creative goals and ambitions and problems. Just basically everything I couldn't talk about back home. No one really cared for that stuff, not even my friends. I would often share these topics with them and they just really didn't get it. No one seemed to be interested in getting into it either, and I can't blame them. I mean, we all have different ambitions. But regardless, it definitely did make me feel alone in my problems and goals a lot. So obviously this was exciting, meeting people who understood and related to this. And yeah, we had a lot in common, but it wasn't like, oh my god, we all make TikToks and we were so misunderstood back home because nobody else made TikToks. No. What made this place so great was how everyone was in their own lane, but so creatively passionate with what they do. Like Toby, for example, besides making videos, he was really into making beats, and he was insane at photography. And I remember he taught me so much about Photoshop, and we'd geek out about techniques and scripts. And another member, Caroline, besides making videos, she was making jewelry, and I loved talking to her about fashion and branding and aesthetics and all that. She was so cool. In contrast to back home, it felt like a bright, colorful energy. Everyone was doing something. Everyone had so much drive. Our chemistry was great. And on top of that, a lot of people seemed to be enjoying what we were making. So all signs kind of pointed, we should continue this and see where it goes. That was definitely easier said than done. We did everything ourselves, and without managements or big ass companies helping us. Finding a place to house 8 people and it being not expensive as fuck, it's kind of hard to find. Finding that house was tough. Like, people don't just lease houses to teenagers. Then you had to find a sponsorship for money. We got rejected a lot, but we did eventually find a company. But when it came down to contracts, bro, these guys were really shady. They knew that this was our first time doing anything big enough to where we needed to deal with contracts and lawyers and legal stuff. And with time running low, this was our only option. And there were so many times where this just wasn't going to work out.
This shit keeps popping up. Like, we've already gone through 2 rounds now of revision.
But against all odds, we got accepted? Yeah! Anthony! Anthony, we got accepted. Make it to the next place. So at the very last hour, somebody accepted our application to move in. A lot of people were shocked and excited because this was so rare, and my home for the next 4 months was in Las Vegas. Dude, we live here! We live here! Yeah, we decided to move to this big old house out in Vegas because property there was way cheaper than LA. And surprisingly, with rent split between all of us, it was cheaper to live in that mansion than college student housing, which was kind of insane. So we knew we were in a really good position and we were so grateful for it, and we just didn't want to fuck this up. If we played the right cards here, there's a possibility that this creating thing could be a full-time thing, and the road up ahead was exciting. Like, this was an era full of possibilities. A normal day in the house was like, I'd wake up with Ogo jumping on my bed.
Yeah, Billy! What
Anyways, I'd get ready and there was always a morning meeting. We'd script out a group video and then film the whole thing, which usually took a while because as silly as our videos may seem sometimes, we really cared about what we made. There was a lot of thought and work put into each one. Anyways, usually after filming as a group, we would all just split off to work on our own personal content or projects or whatever. And looking back, most of our days were like this. Every day was just going back and forth, trying to grow the group account and then trying to grow our personal careers. And I think the constant work began taking a toll on everyone.
Great question. Other than not being the hype house, we're thankful for a lot.
So this is one of the videos we filmed, and I found this behind the scenes clip on my phone, and it's like the complete opposite of that clip.
That's a great question. We're thankful for a lot of...
Okay, so there's Anthony rehearsing his line, and the rest of us look so dead. It's insane. Yeah, looking back at this, it's crazy. Obviously, it wasn't like this every day, but I think since we were just so into it, everything kind of blurred together, and we didn't know where the line was between overworking and doing what we like.
I feel like none of us thought that we could burn out. When we were like on top of the world, like that like August, September era, it was just go, go, go. What we were doing wasn't the norm because people would come over and be like, y'all are like the most productive people ever. Like y'all need breaks for yourselves. And we took it as a compliment. Like, hey, thanks. Like we so motivated and stuff, but we didn't know that we were kind of setting ourselves up for a failure of sorts.
We stepped into this new life together, and it might be weird I'm referring to this as like a new life, but you know, to me it really felt like one.
And the transition into this new life was surreal in so many amazing ways, but it was also really scary. I went from this hobby that I loved doing every chance I got after school or after work into this thing that I now wake up every day doing as a job, and just all these new reactions and feelings you didn't get from this joy before. It takes a while to adjust. And also, I know I'm not explaining the glamorous parts of this, but at the end of the day, I am very, very blessed and grateful that I get to do this. And despite the hardships, like, dude, I love this so fucking much. But yeah, we were all each other had.
There's a lot of shit going on, but we all get through it. Great work, everyone. Family. 1, 2, 3, 4, family.
Like, for example, I remember there were days where Anthony was there for me.
You said you need to. Just go do it now.
No, I gotta film this though. Alright, I'm filming. Okay. Fuck. And then there were days where I was there for Anthony.
What's wrong?
I just fucking, I wanted to release this video because I'm gonna have a bunch of people go to my profile and see fucking 5 ads and it won't export. It literally will not export.
Like if one person's energy is off, everyone can feel it. And I feel like slowly, like one person burnt out and then another person, and then just the overall energy in general was more down, because I feel like when it was go, go, go mode, we were so motivated from each other. Toby would be like, fuck, I have 30 minutes left until sunset and I need 3 shots. Like,
I remember like leaving the house and I'd see him outside just like filming.
Yeah, and I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I need to be doing something. So like I go and I'd be like, what do I need to film before sunset? When you want to do it for fun, you do it when you think it's fun. But when it's a job, you have to do it consistently every day or else. As a hobby, there is no or else. But as a job, it's like or else you lose your job, or else you become not relevant and you stop.
And yeah, while all these things were happening, I was dealing with some personal stuff too.
Like for example, when I first moved in, I remember I said, I'm gonna be the smallest creator that's gonna be in the house. You know, what if I can't keep up with everyone else? I felt this a lot and I was struggling to catch up to everyone all the time. So back in my hometown where I started to create, I was the only one doing what I was doing. I believe in Mikey. Mikey, I believe in you.
You're not that interesting.
I'm so interested. So I wasn't meeting up or collaborating with other creators. It was just me in my bedroom, just making shit. And I was growing slowly, 1.54K, but at my own pace. And I was pretty comfortable and used to all of this. So it was a huge shift going from this to living with a bunch of people that do the same thing as I do. Except it felt like everyone else just did it better. Moving into this house, everyone felt like established huge creators, and I felt so out of place with what I had. It felt like there was someone I could always point to here that was just funnier, better at editing, more accomplished, just everything. And it didn't help that the numbers basically reaffirmed my insecurities. I just want to preface that I never and don't create for numbers and views and likes and all that shit. But in this house and in this setting, numbers were important. Especially when this started becoming more of a job. It was the only gauge we had on how well we were doing. And it was at times our mental health. So to give some perspective, at one point the contract that we signed had a section in it that basically said, oh, everybody that's in this house has to pull in X amount of views a month in order for us, the company, to pay the rent. And this is what I mean when I say like we had to give some attention to the numbers. Like it mattered. Obviously the higher profile people were contributing a lot more. And I, on the other hand, hand, was contributing a lot less. And it wasn't like a toxic environment where everyone was like, oh, we're gonna kick you out if you don't get your views up, you know what I mean? And people around the house would talk about how well they were doing. Like, oh my god, my videos are popping off, and look at all the stuff I did today. And although I'd be happy for them, it made me like look at my own stuff, like the stuff I spent the whole day working on, and seeing it just flop. And I wasn't gonna be all whiny about it, like, oh my god, the world's over. I was just like, fuck it, let's just try again tomorrow. I'd come up with a new idea and then edit and film it and script it and all that stuff, and then it would end up the same. And this was basically how it was for a while. People were like here, and then I was kind of here, and I remember just feeling so unqualified to be there. I was trying my best, I was throwing everything I had, and yet I still seemed miles behind from everyone else. At the same time as I was thinking all of this, I was also like, yo, Billy's brain, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is the worst mentality. This is toxic, it's gross. Like, I knew comparison was bad, and like it's the biggest thief of joy and all that stuff, but I couldn't help it. It just continued to hover around my mind. I mean, maybe you can condition it, but like it just kind of happens on impulse. Like, you don't really get to control it, I feel like.
To end this off, at some point, I began trying to believe the age-old concept that
everyone kind of has their own path. So everyone's idea of success is different.
And on that train of thought, I figured out I don't even want what everyone else wants.
And there are so many people doing so many different things, and I'm just one dude with my own goals. So I should expect my journey to be different and its own thing. I think I went through like a ego death type of deal or some shit. Like, I ain't shit as of this video. I'm still not shit yet. And I mean, that's a goal, right? Like, to one day be able to say, like, yo, I am the shit. And I'm really proud of myself and what I've done. And being in this house made me want to take my passion to the next level. That sounded so corny. Like, take my passion to the next level. Nah, but this was where I began asking myself questions I was never challenged to ask myself. What's the bigger picture? What's the impact? Who the fuck am I in an ocean full of creators? I began experimenting with new ideas. I fell in love with drawing again. I was taking a lot of advice from people I look up to.
This is 2 times brighter than this side.
This lighting is... I really pushed myself here to think of fresh ideas. I am evolving to create with more individuality, with more creativity. And again, on some cocky stuff, but it was here where I made some of the best work I think I've put out yet. You know? I'm proud of it. I'm proud of a lot of the stuff I made here. And I think with that, the numbers kind of came. And while that was happening, 4 months in Vegas go by. But on the last month, we were at a crossroads. Either we extend the lease and continue the house, or not. Suspense. No, we decided to disband. We realized that out of all the scenarios that this could have played out, we got the best one. I found people that were as creatively passionate as I was, and I got to create content with them, and that was amazing. Truthfully, even though we were doing really well, we didn't want to milk it out into irrelevancy and cling on to it. You know what I mean? So flash forward to the last night of the house.
Nigerian Nigerian
Oh my god. What is going on? I did it. Like, I hit 1 million. I literally didn't think that would happen throughout the course of the house. You're more excited than I am for 1 million.
You know, one of us gets 1 million, we all get 1 million. So.
Hey. And I don't know, it was kind of like a little symbolic-esque moment, because like literally the last day, like the very last night, people are packing up and ready to leave, but I caught up. But I wasn't fixated on that at that point. I was more focused on just the feeling that all my hard work paid off. I was so incredibly happy with the content I was making. I was celebrating with Anthony and Ogo.
You know, all 3 of us now have 1 million on some platform, which is really cool.
Wait, what's your platform?
Bank of America.
I'm in debt. It just felt like I could move forward now, you know? And I made this little compilation.
I guess I should tell everyone that Billy hit a milli.
Hey yo, Billy hit a milli check.
Billy hit a milli.
That boy Billy hit a milli.
Billy hit a milli.
Billy hit a milli.
I just had this realization like, wow, I met so many cool people throughout my journey to get to this point. Well, except Mr. Mosby. I paid him like $100 on Cameo. But it was worth it though. You tell me you don't want Mr. Mosby to congratulate you on something. Anyways, the next morning, as I was packing up and cleaning out my room, I was thinking, it's sad, but I'm also really excited to see my family again. I felt like I was neglecting my family and friends back home. My first time leaving, we were just an Airbnb 40 minutes away from my home. I thought I was gonna come back afterwards. I wasn't really moving out.
And that was already a big deal for me, because it was weird not being close to my family and friends. And then I went to 4 more months, but this time all the way in Las Vegas. And now I've been away from home for half a year. So it's kind of like I moved out without realizing I moved out, you know?
So yeah, obviously I was really excited to go back home. But still, it was really sad packing up that last day. There was this sadness, but acceptance that this important chapter of our lives is over. Our decision to disband felt a lot heavier now, and there's no going back. I think it really hit everyone just how many memories we made together. Not only was this my first time moving out and experiencing life away from home and new environment, new job, new people. And it was crazy because this all happened during peak quarantine. I spent Halloween with these guys and Thanksgiving.
Let's make this turkey.
Wow, you are really bad at peeling potatoes, Anthony.
Yeah, also the mic's on me, so if you ever like really need to talk, just like come close, but like don't come in my bubble.
But yeah, that half a year, I will never forget it. We packed up the U-Haul, which Anthony was driving. Oh, you guys are so cute. Anthony, what's your name?
You don't need to know her name.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let you get anywhere near stop. I'm not gonna let you get anywhere near stop. I'm not gonna let you get any stop. I'm not gonna let you get any...
And then I gave him a very dramatic roommate speech.
It was a pleasure being roommates with you. I don't think I would have... Actually, I know I wouldn't have enjoyed the house nobody asked for if you weren't in it. Like, if you left at any moment, I would have left automatically. I'm being awkward, so I got you this.
Hey, that's so cool!
Yo. One by one, we left, and then I was off. Except I wasn't headed home. Okay, backtracking a tiny bit, when it came to deciding what to do after the house was over, everyone was ready to move on from living with 8 people, but not ready to live alone or go back home yet. So our solution, we decided to move into apartments in the same building. Honestly, when Will asked Anthony and I if we wanted to live in an apartment together with him, I was a little hesitant because y'all already know how bad I wanted to go home. But I was also curious to continue living on my own in a different setting. And conveniently enough, the apartment they picked out was only 30 minutes away from home. So it was a good plan. I got a fresh workspace with creative people and I could see my family a lot. So once I got to these apartments, everyone just dumped their shit and left back home to their families for the holidays because no one's spending Christmas in this. Anyways, going back home was so refreshing. Oh, ketchup! I miss my mom and my family so fucking much. Catching up with everyone. Most notably, my mom said that her anxiety was getting better, which was so good to hear. And yo, my bedroom basically got turned into a storage unit. We celebrated my birthday and then Christmas, but this Christmas was especially cool for me just because this was the first year where I was making enough money to where I could splurge out and buy gifts and stuff.
Wow! Oh, so you would go for
Oh, really? Did you actually?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how 2020 ended. And then came 2021. 2021 kicked my ass. I had high hopes going into 2021. I was 1 second off. I mean, everything was supposed to set me up for success for this year. I was coming off of so many wins, and with everybody's support around me, I just felt so unstoppable. And I was just so ready to keep up with this momentum and go crazy with it. And then I was coming in hot and I was ready, and then nothing. I spent the first half of January back home. And most of that time was spent laying in bed and rewatching BoJack Horseman. I don't exactly know what it was, but I lost all motivation and energy to do anything while I was back home. I fell into this creative slump, and to be honest, I don't really know what the cause was. See, I'm thinking, I don't know if it was the change of pace, or the environment, or the newfound pressure, but I really just froze. You know, like I said, I had so much momentum, and that also meant I had a lot more opportunities and offers and just stuff piling on. Like, I'm so grateful and happy that like this is all happening. Like 2 years ago, me would just be shitting and crying right now. This is part of the dream, you know? But since I wasn't creating or editing, I couldn't keep up with everything happening. And I know that sounds really trivial, like, oh my god, I'm not on social media when I'm sad. Big deal. But all of this was my job now, and I wasn't doing my job, especially during a time where I should be going 2 times harder than I should be. Work was piling on and opportunities were flying by, and here I was just not doing anything about it. I am really anxious when it comes to my career, and I always have this feeling of like I've been put into this really good position and I gotta make the most of it. Like I can't be wasting time. I can't be wasting any of this. And yeah, part of me was really angry with myself. I felt like I was jeopardizing everything I've been working for. And it was sad that I was back home, but I couldn't talk to any of my friends about this. But speaking of my friends, I've wanted to talk about our true dynamic for a while. Primarily on my YouTube channel, my friends are a big focus, and I see a lot of people, you know, wishing for this perfect friend group that's there for each other and has fun and all that stuff. But the truth is, I don't have what people think I have. It's complex like most friendships, and it's not something I could just fully explain in one video, but you'll get to know more about it as you get to know us. The true dynamic of this friend group is really just me initiating everything. So it's like you're the only one putting effort in the friend group to like keep it alive and stuff. Yes, like I don't know, it's tiring being the friend that's always initiating, bringing everyone together, remembering the birthdays and texting everyone, hey, don't forget it's this guy's birthday, and like planning the gifts, organizing the surprises, or even just texting first. I feel like me saying all the things I do makes it sound really cocky and like, oh my god, look at me, I'm like the best person ever. But it's like, that's like not what I'm trying to say. It's just frustrating because I feel like friendship should be collaborative and a two-way street. You know, both parties show initiation, show they're excited to hang out, show appreciation with big and small gestures, but it's not like that with us. I'm consistently there for these guys, and I really take the time to get to know them, but I feel like there's nobody doing that for me or doing any of this with me. All of these moments, and even before I began recording them, I constantly found myself alone doing all of those things, and oftentimes with no appreciation in return. And I feel like it's obvious that I don't do this stuff just for appreciation.
You don't do it to like get the recognition, you just do it to make them feel good, to show that you appreciate them.
Someone said it's very understandable though, it should feel like an equal give and take, if that makes sense.
Why doesn't anyone just text me like, yo, can I just chill at your place? You know what I mean? Like, you want to hang out? If I didn't invite people to things, if I didn't put these things together, would I get invited to stuff? Would I have any friends if I didn't hit anyone up?
Relatable, because when you stop asking to hang out first, you don't really talk to them anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like the moment I stop asking, it does get quiet. When I had to move to Vegas to pursue my career and I couldn't be home anymore, I feel like that's when a lot of true colors were shown. The whole group fell apart when I left. During those 6 months, nobody hit anybody up.
When you were gone, admittedly, you know, we should have still kept in touch with each other. To an extent, yeah, I said a few things to Matt here and there. I said a few things to Mikey, but like, it wasn't near what we used to do, which was lame. And like, I don't think that should have happened like that.
And not saying that I'm busier than everyone else, but I did have a lot going on, and yet I still found time to check up on everyone individually and bringing the group together again. Some people seemed just so okay with just giving up on the group. It still felt weird that I was the one that was like trying to keep everything together, busy as I was miles away. Anyways, that was my thing. Do you guys have any cool things happen? Yeah, I know it's hard. I feel you have a big value for them, but you feel like it's not in return. Yeah, I do place friendship as one of the most important things in life. Because I think as you grow older, friendship just becomes more important.
I don't know about you, but like most of the adults in my life that I've known, you know, as a kid and throughout, they only have like 1 or 2 friends, and most of them are just like acquaintances from work.
And I understand that life and circumstances drift people apart, but I feel like it doesn't always have to end up like that. As you get older, it gets more important to hold on to those that have known you since before those responsibilities. And even my view on friendship is pretty reflective in the shows I hold the most value to. Most of my favorite media all show how important friendship is.
A group of good friends, having fun, doing nice things for each other. I mean, that's what's important in life.
And I really resonate with the characters who put their all into their friendships, never giving up on them, and just believing it's not something that's disposable. But not on some, oh my god, with the power of friendship, everything's possible. It's more about...
You will be shocked, kids, when you discover how easy it is in life to part ways with people forever. That's why, when you find someone you want to keep around, you do something about it.
As I say all that, maybe my perception on friendship is too romanticized, because I know everyone has a different view on friendship and what being a good friend is, so everything is subjective, I guess. I could be the one in the wrong here, and I've thought about that a lot. To this day, I question if what I'm doing is normal, or more importantly, if what I'm expecting is normal. I just wish everyone was on the same page and had that same value of friendship as I have. But that kind of goes into like me expecting myself in people, and like I guess I can't ask for that. Obviously, the ideal solution is to communicate this to them. Friendships are like relationships. You gotta work mutually so it works, especially communicate. Yes! That's what I'm saying. I actually brought this up to them as a concern back in 2019. And as you can tell, not much has changed since then. But after Vegas, it was bothering me just so much. I brought everyone together again and we had a conversation about everything. I feel like the way I'm talking about all this right now makes it seem like these guys have zero interest in hanging out. Again, I feel like I'm pretty self-aware to like not force friends where they don't want to be or force people to be friends with me. You know what I mean? It's not on that shit. And this was a concern for me too, so I brought this up. Most people were really receptive and acknowledged they knew where they were wrong and, you know, things were gonna change. And I know everyone does care to an extent. I just think it's a lack of communication and showing effort and stuff. I don't want to sound hopeless, but it's been months since that conversation and not much has changed. Everyone has their own definition of friendship and how much they communicate. Yes, okay, I get it's subjective, but at some point there's a clear line. This is bad communication. This is good communication. And I feel like we can all agree that not communicating at all is bad communication, because that's kind of what's been happening.
See, I've thought about that for a while, and it's just like, oh, maybe everyone has different love languages, so it's like, since it's not the love language I'm used to receiving, it doesn't exist in my head. But like, the love language is not giving love. Like, there is none. It's not there. Like, there's no gift giving, there's no verbal. I'm gonna ignore physical. Like, you know what I mean? Even if I do feel love and appreciation for you, if I don't communicate, it's like, then what's the point of it, kind of?
Have you talked to them individually? Some people be going through it and can't try 100% like you can. I'm the type to like always check up on my friends, and not like in an overbearing way, like I'm FaceTiming everyone like every day or every other day. You know, I like my alone time equally as much as the next person. I'm just trying to say that I make an effort to know what's going on in their lives.
I have times where I open up to you, but I couldn't open up to the group.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have a good one-on-one with everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've talked to Mikey one-on-one emotionally. I've talked to everyone, you know, I'm talking to you one-on-one emotionally. But the strange thing about that whole conundrum is it wasn't like everyone met through me. Like, we formed together organically in school. So it's confusing to me why, like, I have that one-on-one with everyone, but, like, it's not the same. But then I guess that kind of goes into, like, oh, I'm more comfortable doing it. Like, Matt would never initiate that, right? Mikey would never initiate that one-on-one.
I mean, admittedly, we also kind of grew up to, like, different things.
True.
And this is weird. I'm really hesitant to show the not awesome parts of my friendship. Normally on the internet, when you tell people something like, oh my god guys, it's actually not what you see on camera, everyone just likes to like, assume the extreme opposite and think, oh, this is all fake, they hate each other. I mean, if you aren't feeling joy or feeling frustrated, then why are you friends? You know, just because you feel a bad feeling from friends doesn't mean it's like a bad friendship.
It's been a rough couple of years. I've dealt with this stuff for a long time. Now, you know, we're at a point where it's like, okay, people are starting to be receptive to like, okay, like, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, but what about all the years before?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna hold a grudge or whatever bullshit, but it's just like it was just a lot, dude. Like years of just dealing with this and just kind of like feeling this.
Can't lie, I was probably one of the people that also was not that receptive. And look where we are now, right? Like now we're in the car talking about it.
Is it ungrateful to say that I feel like it's been unfair for the past couple of years?
No,
because like I don't want to, you know.
I don't think it's ungrateful at all to say that it's been unfair. I think it's been unfair. It's hard. I mean, like if that's your real dream, then like, you know, it's hard to let go of. Like that's how I feel too. When you have a dream as big as like staying together and beating the odds, like you're gonna have to deal with ups and downs of things not working out, friends not pulling their weight, friends not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But like, I mean, that's what it is, right? That's why it's beating the odds. That's why it's so difficult to do. The whole concept of all of us sticking together in and of itself is like a huge chance of failure. You know, there's no way all 5 of us are going to communicate the same way. It's actually crazy that 2 of us do.
Be true to you. Don't be a friend you wouldn't want. Don't stop showing up for them. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm leaving out. I feel like it's pretty crucial to know, but it's just for like time's sake and just privacy's sake. I'll leave it out for now. Ending thoughts, I don't think this is toxic or everyone sucks, and I'm the best friend with no flaws. None of that. This super sick group of people that's in tune with each other and there for each other and making moves together, one day I will have that. Yo, sorry for the tangent. This dude really made a commercial break talking about his friend issues. Anyways, remember when I moved back home and then the creative slump thing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was going on for like 2 weeks and then it became mid-January. Everyone came back to the apartments. So that meant it was time for me to leave home and the family and officially move back in. And you already know I wasn't doing too well. So I was really counting for this place to be like a fresh new start, like a clean slate type of thing. But going back to my trashed up room definitely wasn't motivating. But I began fixing it up and I don't know, it was extremely therapeutic. It felt like I was cleaning out my mind, and there's just something refreshing about building and cleaning your own living space. And in the process of all of this, I realized how much your room can affect your mental health. Like I know a lot of people say, oh, if your room is extremely messy, it shows you're really sad and unmotivated, and it also contributes to that. And I thought back to the times my room was messy in Vegas and I was definitely going through it there, and even that spiral I had back at home, my room definitely contributed to that. Of course, just because you clean your room doesn't mean you just turn automatically happy and everything's perfect, but you know, it's for sure a step in the right direction. Anyways, I got settled in, and then living in the apartments was pretty chill. I have fond memories of building furniture and riding my bike, trying to learn how to cook better. It was cool to have Anthony back and create with him again. And yeah, as an apartment we hung out here and there, but once the school semester began, everyone became really busy and really just did their own things. Okay, this is how it kind of was. So Anthony was taking like 19 credits for school and doing YouTube full time, so he was locked away in his room. Will over here was mostly with his girlfriend, so he was like busy with that. So I was on my own for the most part, but I didn't really think much about it because it was time to get my shit together. It was time to move on with life and pick back up all the opportunities and work I left. And so I just began this huge game of catch up, and I got really caught up in this game because honestly the only thing I remember from those next couple of months was working. And none of this is just to get a bag. I'm not just trying to make money and dip. I have a lot of ambitious goals and dreams, and I need to work a lot to get to all of them. And besides my personal ambitions, I have this big dream to be able to take my friends to the top with me and be successful enough so that I can give them opportunities. I can help them accomplish all their personal dreams and goals. We can live in this house together, travel the world, get more Mr. Mosby cameos, and I want to take care of my family. I want to make sure everyone's good, my grandma, my sister, and my mom. I want to give my mom the world, and I want to give her tenfold what she's given me. But the only way I can get there is if I work my ass off and just take as many opportunities as I can. Ow, fuck! Stubbed my
f***ing toe. All right, it's kind of confusing, so just let me show you what my thought process was, okay? Here's a weird looking map. Basically, I feel like I have to take on all these bottom goals so I can reach the middle goals and then ultimately end up in the top goals, you know, like the dream I was talking about. And I'm really scared of turning down any opportunity, because if I just turn one down, then all this potential just gets cut off. Like, you know, if I don't take the bottom goal, I lose it, then I lose the middle goal, and then I don't even end up getting the top goal, I don't get the dream. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna take every opportunity I'm offered, you know? Like, I'm not gonna take your shitty NFT scam or something. But even with all the shitty deals out of the way, I still had a lot of work on my plate.
I think after going through that mental slump back at home and just feeling like I was losing everything I worked for, I didn't want to experience that again. So I went and did the extreme opposite of that, doubling down on work.
Nah. Don't stress yourself out too much. Yeah, word.
Fuck, dude. I'm spending my days in this room just working. The only time I leave the room is so I can film, so I can edit more.
2:30 a.m. You guessed it. I'm working on this thing.
I began taking on a lot of side projects, and a lot of the stuff I was doing wasn't just for me anymore. It wasn't just for my TikTok or my YouTube, but I was getting chances to test out skills I've always wanted to try, like directing or scripting, which was amazing. But like I wasn't just making content for myself anymore. And because of all these new ventures, there were a lot more priorities to do besides my YouTube channel.
So I'm just trying to do this, and then I get this text. Cool, by the way, so you want to start filming, that'd be tight. Yeah, not doing too hot right now. I have the thing to finish. Matt's fucking thing takes me roughly an hour 13. I have 7 more of these to edit, to look over a fucking contract, more emails. All I want to do is go to this Lego museum with my friends. That's all I want to do. But anyways, I can't talk that long because I have to fucking film.
I definitely bit more than I could chew, and constantly trying to reach this goal of catching up. And the thing is, every time it seemed like I completed a project or brand deal or whatever, more work would appear, and the cycle just kept going.
It's ironic because I feel like I'm at a point where I know what burnout is, and last time I was working like this, it didn't end well. And I know it's my choice and I could just take breaks, but when I try to relax, the only thing on my mind are all the things I should be working on.
It's just going through like the dozens of things I have to do, and I'm not gonna be happy until like I just complete these overbearing.
I'm not gonna lie, it got really bad.
I didn't see my friends a lot, I didn't see family a lot.
I felt like alone in my work and my problems. I feel like if I keep working hard, I might make it through.
Okay, so first is POV TikTok, side view, then come back to POV, and then a side view once more.
I wasn't eating enough, I felt unhealthier, and I hated how skinny I was getting. I didn't feel like myself mentally either. Started getting easily irritable.
Oh fuck, come on. Damn it.
Like I get frustrated at myself a lot.
Oh my god, my life is so hard.
I felt like a shell of my former self. I felt unfunnier, uncharismatic, and unavailable to everyone around me.
Do you still even want to do this?
Yeah, it's just hard and I get lost in it sometimes, but I love working and building my career, and a lot of days are still me being really excited for these opportunities. It's just in general with everything going on, it's all hitting me at once, you know?
But eventually, everything caught up to me.
So Mother's Day 2021, my mom, my sister, my grandma, and even Ketchup, they were all in a car headed for a Mother's Day brunch. And a stupid lady crashed into them.
I was putting together a gift for my mom when I got the call. I was obviously really fucking scared, but thank God nobody involved in this accident was severely injured. Everyone was okay, but there were still lasting effects.
My sister and my grandma experienced pains for a while after that. And my mom's clinical anxiety and mental health got a lot worse again. And even Ketchup, dude, he was traumatized from going back into the car again, which sucked because he's my mom's support dog and she loves driving around with him. And as for the car, just total, like that shit was destroyed. Even though I was emotionally checked out, of course I rushed back home to see her, and I would try my best to be there for her in any way that she needed me to be. But at the same time, because I was just such a shell of myself, I felt like something was missing. Like when I tried to comfort her, my 100% wasn't my 100%. If that makes sense. What's even the point of me working this hard? I'm making enough money to take care of myself, but not enough money to buy my mom a new car. Like I'm not fully there for her emotionally or financially. I feel like I'm not being the son I want to be.
So yeah, we're caught up. I mean, this is currently where I'm at right now. I'm so sorry this video took so long to make. I mean, it's been a fucking year, and I'm not Rihanna or Frank Ocean, so I have no right to do something like this. But besides dealing with everything, making this video, I realized how much I care about how people think about me and perceive me. I'm already really bad at speaking, and on top of that, I always kept redoing and overthinking what I was saying, because I'd be like, oh my god, I sound so ungrateful here, or oh my god, people are gonna think I'm so cringy for talking about this and that, or I don't know. I've just been really scared of putting this out because it's like the most transparent thing I've ever talked about ever. But yeah, right now a lot of things in my life feel scattered. I have this friend group that's distant and unraveling just because I'm not there. And I'm not always there for my mom when I should be. I'm not taking care of myself, and I'm overworked a lot. And I'm trying to reach out and fix these things, but I'm just such a loser right now, bro. Like I can't do these things because I'm just the worst form of me right now, I feel like.
You can never do wrong, it's me that makes the evening long, and I hope you believe me.
And combined with all the work, it's overwhelming, and everything feels so far away and unfixable. But that's dramatic though. I mean, I'm confident I can do it and I'll get there. I guess this just means I have to learn how to balance this new life and improve myself, because I can't imagine a future where I don't have any of these things.
Yes, I know she loves the way you love me, girl.